Hey everybody, this is Clay, the average gamer, and as you can see, I'm bringing to you a different kind of gameplay than what I typically bring. Playing some Search and Destroy tonight, and I very rarely play Search and Destroy. In fact, this game was probably a month or so ago, whenever this game was recorded. And I probably just played 10 or 12 games that night, and I think that was probably the last time I actually played any Search and Destroy. But this was the best game that I had that evening, and the my given travels that I've had lately, the S&D aspect of it kind of comes into play with what I've been doing. So the S&D, you may be asking, what, you've been playing a lot of Search and Destroy? No, that's not what I've been doing. I just kind of mentioned that I don't typically play this, but what I have been doing is a lot of swimming and a lot of drinking. So we actually went to a vacation down in, a work/vacation down in Texas, so yeah, we went to San Antonio, Texas, and hung out there for a while for work, and went and just did some stuff. I kind of have a cheap death here. The game freezes up on me, and then it bounces me right out in the middle, and I get clocked in the face with a sniper rifle. I was trying to toss my grenade, but anyway, sorry about that. You can have to just bear with me as we go through the fast forwards here. I died 4 different times, and 2 of them I'm going to say weren't really. One for sure wasn't my fault, and the second one, I think the guy just kind of got lucky. So anyway, where was I? Okay, so we were in San Antonio, so we went and got to see stuff like the Alamo and things like that. But one thing that we did that I thought was really cool was we went to SeaWorld. And for those of you that have kind of been keeping up over the past probably month, we've been doing a lot of traveling, and my wife, she keeps getting all these different things that she finds to do, and one of them was we went to a rattlesnake derby in Oklahoma, and I'm still just absolutely amazed that I didn't get eaten by the snipe shot I got there. I'm still amazed that I didn't get eaten by a freaking rattlesnake or bit or something, because it was the most ridiculous, dangerous thing that I think I've ever done. I mean, it was just silly. And then the following up, I think the next week or so, we went to Louisiana, and we went to a big alligator farm out there. And my life, I didn't feel like it was nearly as life-threatening as the rattlesnake derby was, but it was still some ginormous reptiles. I mean, probably 16-foot gators, and those things are just, I don't know. It wouldn't take much for them to just be able to rip you in half. I mean, you gotta respect those things. They were just some ginormous animals, and pretty cool to watch. And so anyways, now last week we went to San Antonio and went to SeaWorld, where we saw some ginormous killer whales. And so here's a picture of them. You can see the trainer there is about the size of, just a little bigger than the whale's head. That whale would probably think that trainer was a good snack. And these things are just some huge fish, but they are very, very, very cool. Or whales, I'm sorry, they're not fish, they're mammals. So, but they're very, very cool. And we watched these things jump through the air and all these. It was just a pretty neat little thing. And so I'm glad I'm kind of getting to share the experience with you and share the pictures with you. But we sat down in the splash zone, and I didn't really think too much of it. I thought, oh, we'll get a little bit wet, but we're not going to get too wet. And that was kind of the way I approached it. Little did I know that these whales, I mean, they've got tails that are just, I mean, huge, absolutely huge. And so whenever they're throwing water at you, I mean, they're throwing just a buttload of water, of gallons and gallons and hundreds of gallons of water. I probably would have been maybe not even as wet if I just jumped in straight in a swimming pool. I mean, we got drenched. Now, of course, I have my nice camera with me, and I'm trying to hide it in a place where it won't get wet. But there wasn't anything on us that wasn't just soaked. But that was a pretty cool experience. And one of the things that my son is into right now is, if anybody has ever played a game called Slug Bug, and I'm sure you have. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. It's where if you see a Volkswagen Beetle, you say Slug Bug and name the color, and you just kind of keep track. Well, we've been driving a lot lately, and I mean, he is just, I mean, all he wants to do is play Slug Bug. And so right here you can see I found a Slug Bug that was we called it Slug Bug Shamu as the color, because it was looked like a killer whale. And anyway, there's nothing big to that story. I just thought it was a funny and very rare slug bug. So I'm going to say it's worth 100 points. Any of you guys, disagree? I don't know. Find a slug bug that beats that one. And yeah, we'll go with that. So anyway, after San Antonio, we headed back to Dallas, Texas, and we actually stayed down there for a couple of days, where we really were just going to relax and hang out. And there was a hotel that we stayed at that had like a lazy river that went around. And for those of you, I'm getting back to the S&D, the whole reason here I was talking about it, but the S&D actually stands for swimming, which we did a lot of floating around the lazy river, and then also drinking. Which the place we stayed, they had these little cabana boys and girls that would come by, and they would keep your drink filled up. So my drink of choice for the trip was some Long Island iced teas, and they were very tasty, and my cup stayed filled. But because we were doing that, it also called for probably some short intermissions of some R&R, which isn't for what you think it may be as well. It was for relieving and refilling, because you drink, you got to get some refills, and you drink, you got to get rid of what you drank. So relieving and refilling, but it was a good, just kind of chill trip, and stuff like that. I also want to let you guys know coming up kind of what I'm doing. So actually right now it's after midnight, and on the 19th, and I'm leaving for New York City this morning, bright and early, in about 4 hours. So I got to go to sleep and wake up and get packed and be ready to go. And so I'm going up there actually just for fun. There's absolutely no work involved in this, but we're going to see a concert. I'm going to see a guy named Eddie Vedder. For those of you that don't know, Eddie Vedder is the lead singer of a group called Pearl Jam, and Pearl Jam was kind of one of my favorite bands in high school. If you haven't heard them, you ought to check them out. They sing some good music. They're a grunge style band, but they're still a fairly popular band. And anyway, so I'm going to go see him. Hopefully I'll be able to bring you guys some videos, and so you'll be able to check out the concert with me. I'm sure it will be good. It's in a little theater with just a handful of people, so it's going to be kind of a chill theater. It's not going to be the entire band, just him strumming some acoustic guitars and singing some of his songs. So I'm looking forward to it, hoping it's going to be as much fun as I really think it is. And then of course, hopefully again, I'll be able to bring those some of those videos here to you guys, so I can share those with you. And yeah, so leave out tomorrow, going to New York for 4 days or so, and then coming back, and then going to the beach again to chill. So it should be fun. I think. So we got some other stuff planned for New York too. I think we're going to take the kids, go see the Lion King on Broadway, which should be cool, and go to the Museum of Natural History, which I've never been to. But it is something interesting. I think it will be interesting and fun to do. And so yeah, hopefully we'll have some pictures of all these things, and kind of be able to bring those to you and show you, and kind of give you an update on what's going on. I finally got tired of jacking with this guy, and just placed a claymore there and decided to run off. For some reason I couldn't hit him, and I don't know why. And there you go, he just tripped the claymore. So evidently it worked. So anyway, yeah, and then so get back on the 23rd, and then we're at home on the 24th, and then immediately on the 25th make a 12-hour drive down to the beach to chill out for 10 days. So it should be a lot of fun. I'm going to try to take my computer. I don't know if I'll have internet or not. If so, I'm taking my hard drive and my computer. So I'm going to try to actually make a few videos. I've been working on that Red Faction game, and guys, I'm really enjoying the campaign. The thing is there's no multiplayer on it, but man, the campaign is a blast. And Battlefield was big for all the collision that was in there. Like, you shoot a building and walls fall down and stuff, and that's the way Red Faction is. But it's like that. It's like Battlefield, but on steroids. So hopefully I'll be able to bring you a little bit of that. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed the gameplay. I hope you've enjoyed the commentary and just this kind of update. Until next time, guys, this is The Average Gamer, and I'm out. Later.